Hello, fellow YouTubers and my subscribers and anyone who watches this video that is a hockey fan and a fan of the Edmonton Oilers. This isn't going to be another anger, rage-filled video like the video. This is just me starting. The NHL season starts Wednesday. And I'm just putting it out there, and as a hockey fan and, you know, someone who's interested in the Oilers. You know, my roommate's the biggest fan of the Oilers I've ever met, and then one of my other best friends is the second. Like, he's a huge Oiler fan too, and that's cool. But realistically, the Edmonton Oilers will not make the playoffs this year, and this video is just the Oilers are not making the playoffs. You can type angry words at me. You can, you know, call me out and all this stuff. No, listen. I'm a hockey fan, right? I'm a hockey fan. I love, you know, the New York Rangers are my favorite hockey team. I grew up as an Oiler fan. Kevin Lowe pissed me off to the point after he traded Chris Pronger for nothing that I was like, fuck the Oilers, I'm done. You know, and I cheered for the Oilers in dark days, you know. Dave Manson. Ooh. But I want the Oilers to be successful. And I think they will be once the new rink is built. My friend Sean has always maintained this theory that the Oilers will not make the playoffs until the new building is built. And whether it's a conspiracy theory or whatever, I just think that's reality. I just think the Oilers will make the playoffs next year. The 2015-2016 season starts in a couple days. The Oilers are vastly improved from last season. Yes, Connor McDavid, the Oilers lucking out and winning that draft pick changed this franchise around. Because who knows what would have happened? Who knows if the Oilers never would have got the #1 draft pick? You know, what kind of world would we be living in? The Oilers have a fantastic general manager now, someone I think as a hockey fan, as an Oiler fan, everyone should be excited about. I've done a video about that. Peter Chiarelli is amazing. Their head coach is one of the best coaches in the NHL the last many years. You know, Mr. Todd. He's amazing. I can't say his last name properly. Todd McKellen? I don't know. That sounds wrong. I don't know. But then again, I used to pronounce Penelope wrong. Anyway, so from a management standpoint, the Oilers are ahead of the curve over last year by miles. They draft the next big franchise superstar player, elite hockey talent in the world, and Connor McDavid, obviously. You know, I said it before. Gretzky, Lemieux, Lindros, Crosby, Connor McDavid. Those are the five. Those are the, you know, the five superstar NHL talents of the last 50 years, probably. Forwards are better. I think we all agree. Even with the injury to Jordan Eberle, which, you know, I think Eberle is still going to have a super huge year, but him being hurt for a month hurts them, of course. You don't all know this, but he's going to have a great year. The big news today, lots of Oiler fans. Of course, you know, this is why I like to bug some Oiler fans, or the majority, the vocal minority of fans that act weird and questionable. How's that? Questionable. Everyone's losing their mind over Leon Draisaitl being shipped to the AHL. You know what? I'm going to trust the head coach and the general manager. I'm going to trust these guys that have run successful teams, that have won a Stanley Cup and been very successful in the playoffs. I'm going to trust their judgment over Oiler fans. So all you Oiler fans mad at Leon Draisaitl, get over it. He's going to play. Nurse will play too. And they're going to be huge, important fixtures of this franchise moving forward. But it's right for them to take their time. Just like I thought they were going to take their time with Connor McDavid if Kevin Lowe, the moron, and Craig McTavish, the idiot, were still in charge. They're not. And apparently Connor McDavid is that good. So, awesome. You know, I just did a video saying Connor McDavid is my pick to win the Rookie of the Year for the Calder Trophy. The first Oiler in history to win it. I hope he does. So with all those positives, you know, Oilers forwards look pretty good compared to last year. Defense is better. It's not stellar. It's not, you know, here's the thing. And I hope even you Oiler fans that are mostly like this all the time, tunnel vision, Oilers are the greatest, don't pay attention to anything else. Even you guys have to know what every NHL and real hockey fan knows. The West is tough. The Western Conference is the toughest conference in the NHL and has been most of the last 15, 20 years. The West is tough. The Oilers were the second worst team in the West last year. I think they had 62 points, if that's correct. And San Jose was above them. And San Jose had like 89 points. I think that's correct. I should check this little hockey magazine I have here. That's crazy. So do the math. Like, that's insane. I don't think even like a dream lineup of the Oilers with Nurse playing, hypothetically, say Leon Draisaitl makes the team fully, Jordan Eberle isn't hurt, you know, that packed lineup doesn't make the Western playoffs. They just don't. The Oilers just aren't there. Defense is better, but it's still not stellar. Are the Oilers' defense better than Calgary? No. You know, like, and I get it. You're passionate about being an Oiler fan. And trust me, I'm a Ranger fan. We suffered through years and years of bad decisions and bad signings and all that stuff. And lots of sports fans do. Like, you know, the Oilers, I mean, look at the Toronto Maple Leafs. They're fucking garbage. Like, I would hate to be, like, if I was a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, how bad would that suck? Like, seriously, awful. You know, or to be a Vancouver Canucks fan where your team is just nothing but, like, dirty, cheap players, you know, with some skilled guys. But, you know, so cheap and so dirty, you know, like, ugh. There's a reason why Vancouver Canucks fans and Toronto Maple Leafs fans are the two worst hated fan bases in Canada, you know? And Oilers, sadly, you know, are probably third. Their Oiler fans are a little weird. But maybe this is the year Oiler fans smarten up. The majority of you. Not the ones who are always typing, which are cool, hate away, that's cool. You know, obviously you put yourself on the internet, you get that, you know? That's the way it goes. But there's a lot of fans who just want this team to be better, and that's cool. And they will be. It just won't be this year. The West is too strong. I'm going to say there's 14 teams in the West, right? We all know this. I'm going to say the Oilers finish 12th. But it's going to be close. Like, I think Team 12 and 11 are going to be close. It's not going to be a 20-point gap like it was last season, whereas the Oilers and then the San Jose Sharks and everyone else. And remember last year, the LA Kings didn't even make the playoffs in the West, the defending Stanley Cup champs. Like, that's insane. LA makes it this year, for sure. But the Oilers, there's just so many teams that they're just not better than. Arizona is going to be the worst team in the West. Arizona sucks. Arizona's brutal. But yeah, I think the Oilers do much better than 62 points. How many wins did the Oilers have last year? Let's look. 24 wins in regulation. 24 wins. Yeah. Well, 24 wins. Yeah. 62 points. And then San Jose was the 12th place team in the West, and they had 89 points. The West is just strong. Yeah. Oilers, 12th this year, not 13th. And maybe that's not what you want to hear. Maybe a lot of you fans who want to live like this and are delusional and we're hoping the Oilers were going to get Dougie Hamilton or trade for Brent Seabrook or, you know, all these delusions of grandeur that phone in to the Team 1260 every afternoon. I get it. I hear the comments, you know, sports media makes fun of you. Edmonton sports writers make fun of you fans for, you know, your wild, crazy dreams, and that's cool. But the West is just so competitive and strong that even with a better defense, even with the Connor McDavid, the next Messiah, you know, the best head coach the Oilers have had in decades, you know, a fantastic GM, it's just not going to work. And, yeah, so 12th. Sorry, the Oilers aren't making the playoffs. If you really think the Oilers are going to make the playoffs, you can make a gentleman's bet with me, or you can legitimately bet me on YouTube and we can make a bet, $50, $25, $100, whatever. I don't think it's going to happen. You know, I've been wrong before. I just don't think I'm going to be wrong about this. I haven't picked the Oilers to make the playoffs in, the last 9 years? So, I'm 9-0. And, you know, it's not me being cocky. It's just, you know, realist. You know, I didn't think the Rangers were going to make the playoffs last year. And the Rangers won the President's Trophy and went to the Final Four. Like, you know, it's a crapshoot. You never know. But anyway, the other thing I just want to quickly say is the Oilers don't have a legitimate number one goalie. They don't. Cam Talbot will be a great starting goalie in a couple years. He isn't a starter now. I thought the Oilers should split their goaltending this year. I figured give Cam Talbot 41 games and then give Ben Scrivens 41 games. Ben Scrivens has been sent down to the AHL to start, so it's going to be Nilsson. Is that the backup goalie? Maybe they split those 41 games between Scrivens and him. But I think Cam Talbot playing more than 41 games is a mistake. And that's from a New York Ranger fan. You know, Cam Talbot, you know, had a great year last year, right? But he's playing behind the New York Rangers, one of the, you know, arguably one of the top 3 defenses in the NHL last season, arguably, right? Chicago, the Rangers, LA. You know, he won 21 games last year, which was amazing. But he's only won 33 games in his entire career. He's only played 57 games in his entire NHL career. He's not a starter yet. He will be. He will be quite good. You know, he was behind the best goalie in the world in Henrik Lundqvist. So he learned a lot there. And he was, you know, behind a great defense. And the Ranger systems over the last few years have really improved. So there's a lot of experience for Cam Talbot. You know, he's only 28, so, you know, that's good for goalies. Goalies take a little bit longer. You know, I think if Cam Talbot plays 41 games, Oilers will be pretty successful. But the West is so strong. And I'm repeating myself. Oilers are not making the playoffs. Feel free to hate it. Comment saying I'm an idiot, whatever. And I'm predicting 12th. The Oilers will finish 12th in the West this year. But more than 62 points. Like, if I had to put a point value on the Oilers this year, I'd say 78 points I'm going with. Oilers, 78 points, 12th in the West. So yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry, I was trying to be as nice and respectful as I can. But it's going to be a good season. It's going to be an entertaining season. Keep supporting the Oilers, even when they lose a whole bunch of games. October is a tough month for them, even when they go down. Like, don't give up, because there's a lot of Oiler fans that other Oiler fans dislike, and those are the ones that I don't like, and those are the ones always phoning on the radio and tweeting and Facebooking insane posts. You know, my roommate reads Oilers Nation comments all the time, and we laugh at some of those posts. And I'm sure there's those type of fans for every franchise, but that's just the way it is. Anyway, Oilers will not make the playoffs. They will finish better than last season. They will finish 12th in the West instead of 13th. And I'm predicting at least 78 points for them, an improvement from 62 last year. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, yada, 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 whatever. All my rest of my NHL predictions will be tomorrow. And my long-awaited New York Ranger fucking rant video. That'll be funny. If you're not even a Ranger fan, yeah. My Rangers don't even have a legitimate number one center. Seriously. Seriously. Derek Brassard? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, see? I'm realistic. Okay? I'm not high in the clouds. Realistic. Anyway, thanks for watching. Oilers will be better. And if my friend Sean is correct and the Oilers do make the playoffs the first year of their new building, wow, he should buy a lottery ticket. Cheers. Thanks.